off from the top. The Merseyside derby, guys. A lovely draw. A lovely 0-0 draw, but wow, Frank Lampard FC looking like a team. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if Liverpool are maybe going on the way now, but I saw a very competitive Everton team. Alisson came to the fort. Your thoughts, Togo? Shaking your head again?
Another game where VAR took the spotlight. Two huge incidents. One, Van Dijk should have gotten a red card. VAR didn't see it. And the other incident, it called offside for a situation that was not offside. That should have been a tap-in for Everton. So on that note about Everton looking like a team, I think Everton definitely should have walked away with 3 points there, considering that they should have played a large part of the game with an extra player, and that they should have had a goal that was wrongly disallowed for offside. So yeah, like it's hard to speak about this without speaking about VAR. But on the side of Liverpool, Liverpool is not looking good at the moment. They look very average. Nunez, I really hope for his sake that he adapts very, very quickly, because the longer I know he's already got his goal, whatever, but his performances haven't really been great, so for his sake, I hope he gets a string of, easy games. I don't know who Liverpool are playing next, but if he can just get a string of 2 or 3 easy games and score a few goals and just gel with the team, that would probably do wonders for his confidence. But at the moment, Liverpool are looking very, very average.
Yeah. It's a matter of maybe they trying to adapt to a new, target man, which has never been a Klopp strength. Yeah, but yeah, it's really worrying his form, I must say. But I guess let's see how if Klopp will change his philosophy. Hey, comes out, I'd like to bring you in there. What's your take on this?
So my view on that game in particular, Frank Lampard's number one. Frank Lampard's job was on the line, and he knew this is a must-win. And for a derby, he knows if he wins that secures him for another 6 games in charge of Everton. So for him, walking away with the draw, that's about 4 games, left. Usalelama life, according to old games. Enough 4 lives remaining. That's if, of course, there's no improvement. But from Liverpool's end, we already called it a while ago that midfield is an issue. Everyone is still figuring out how much work Mane was doing. No one is actually willing to do it. Their wing backs are not as great as they were last season. Van Dijk is slower, or something is just wrong with Van Dijk. I don't know what it is, but he is not the prime Van Dijk that we know.
Yeah. And it's that injury that he got, I think he hasn't been the same since.
Yeah. And then also a little bit about Bruno, right? Here's the thing. We're forgetting that this guy's a Uruguayan. Uruguayans are passionate, they fighters. Klopp needs to understand that this guy will be getting red cards, will be biting people's ears, will be kicking people. That's just how Uruguayans are. And if now he's being told, don't do that, then he can't express himself on the ground. And therefore, he can't play to his full potential. And that also is a problem. So Liverpool need to find that balance with him of proper, borderline discipline as well as expression.
Yeah, they must utilize his hunger, to keep him, motivated there. But yeah, I think it was a lovely draw, and Liverpool, I think they need, I guess, someone to. I love Man City's whole season by season. There's always a new leader that emerges that allows the. KDB is always, the superstar, but have you noticed, like, there's always going to be that one other player that just elevates themselves and becomes like a reference point and then allows someone else to, like, ease the burden. Liverpool, they always relying on Salah, Van Dijk. Mane is left now. But you see, if those two guys are like off form, no one takes up the mantle. Like, who else comes there and be like, guys, wow, this is us. This is composure we need from Liverpool. And I think that's why I was saying, guys, I wasn't convinced about Klopp in terms of longevity and reinventing himself. It's showing itself now. I'm watching the space if something's gonna emerge, because definitely you need a rotation of philosophy, because you can see he doesn't have a fighter like Mane anymore. He's got Thiago, ball-playing player. He's got Arta now, a ball-playing midfielder. Like, now it's a true test. You can't say that because these players are injured, can't play his philosophy. Evolve. You still have, like, promising players. Evolve your way of working or way of playing. But yeah, that's my 2 cents worth on Liverpool.
There was a nice sentiment about that, so we'll leave it there.
Yeah, I'm just quiet.
So we'll leave it there. I'm not gonna get into that argument.
Yeah, no, you guys are Arsenal supporters, so you tend to agree all the time, which is fine. We'll move to Brentford and Leeds next. Quick fires, Jumper, or Kamza. How did you find this?
One word. Ivan Toney.
Yeah, that's 2 words, but sure.
Well, yeah, 2 words. Ivan Toney. All I'm going to say, every top 6 team is a fool for not signing this guy. How are we not signing this guy? Like, honestly, he would make a great backup striker, or like a 2-striker, right? Because he gives you the height, he gives you the speed, and somehow he has like some swagger to him. I don't know, like, I just have he has good energy, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
And Chelsea missed a trick there. I think he'd be perfect for Chelsea, all things considered. Like, I'm interested, just to go on a small tangent, I'm interested to see how Aubameyang is going to fit in the Chelsea team. I really don't think that's going to work out. But I think Ivan Toney would be perfect for Chelsea. Yeah. I think underrated, like proper old school striker. I don't like saying old school, but he's a proper goal scorer. He's just like a handful. Defenders, even when he doesn't score, defenders have like a very busy day with him around. So I can just imagine him playing surrounded by better players. I think Ivan Toney can easily be a 20-goal a season striker in the top 6 team.
Definitely.
Guys, I don't know, man. You guys think so? Like, let's look at it. Let's look at his stats, right? Okay. We'll go from the championship, right? Okay, 45 games, scored 31 goals. Okay, it's the championship. But okay, Mitrovic is proving it, right? He's got 40 goals. He's proving
another underrated player, but yeah.
He's delivering. Last season, 33 appearances, 12 goals. Okay, for like Brentford, like that's commendable. So far, 5 goals, 6 appearances. How
many assists?
I'll go now. Sure, on assists. So far, he has about 2 assists. Not bad.
Yeah, like, he's a proper, like, I'll never forget, and I'm sorry if this is going to give you some PTSD, but I'll never forget his assist when they beat you guys 4-0. There's a pass that he made. I think it was for the 3rd or 4th goal. There's a pass that he made that was like if Kevin De Bruyne makes that pass, everyone is jizzing in their pants. So I
Yeah,
think he's like one just being a goal scorer. He's got amazing like technique for a guy of his build. So I
yeah.
really think he's a very good player.
I remember that
And I
that
think,
that goal from Buemo. Hey, why you reminding me?
yeah. And I also think that, like, just looking at these numbers, it doesn't illustrate what type of player he is. If you watch the games, you can see what this guy does. That's not being
Yeah.
recorded by stats. On
He's
top
like a
of that, he has,
Drogba.
yeah.
Kind of like Drogba. Drogba's stats really aren't amazing, but like when you watch him, you can see that this guy is effective. He's very good.
Yeah. And Man U also linked to him, at some point, but you all know Man United stats. But trust me, they must watch this space. Like, there's not a lot of number nines, honestly, in the market that are gonna be the Haaland type, that are gonna be Darwin Nunez type when he picks up. I think he's gonna come all right. I think now it's all about there's a death of like real number nines now. You need a very intelligent attacker that can create for your playmakers, to score. And I think he's in that mode. Like he does seem to have some intelligence, like all his goals. We also all three of his goals, how well taken they were. So he's one to watch out for, definitely. He's one to watch out for. I think I'll move to my favorite team, guys. I'll go in order. Nottingham Forest, 21 players, and still getting clapped by a team that lost 9-0.
Who's the coach there?
Yeah,
Is
I
there a
don't
new
know.
coach?
They have Pito Musimani has been linked, but yeah, anyway, they just have a caretaker coach. But wow, Nottingham Forest, their coach is forgot his name, but he definitely promoted them. Yeah, but they led 2-0 and lost 3-2. So Ntoko,
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Your thoughts there?
I did not. That's probably the biggest surprise win of the weekend, if you ask me. I didn't see it coming. I didn't think Bournemouth. But like I said, I don't know if we discussed this on the show before. Firstly, I really think Bournemouth sacking Scott Parker was extremely harsh. Right? It was very harsh. I don't think he deserved to be sacked because when you think about it, he lost to teams that he should have lost to, and he beat the team that he should have beat, I guess, right? So I think that perhaps gave us the impression that Bournemouth were a bad team, which, like I said, I don't think they were. So maybe them beating their fellow promotion, whatever, shouldn't be a surprise to us. But the manner in which they did it, to go from 2-0 down, all things considered, having lost 9-0, having, lost the last 3 games without scoring a goal, for them to come back from 2-0 down to win 3-2 is honestly a testament to their mentality. I think they've got clearly a very strong mentality, and I think if they're lucky with like injuries and certain results, I think that's a really good sign for them that they might stay up. So well done to Bournemouth, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good point. Nottingham Forest coach is Steve Cooper, by the way. But an interesting point there, like the reason they sacked him, apparently it's his conduct after the match against Liverpool, criticizing the players, criticizing the board. So it was not about it's just like, you know what structure you're working with, right? Like with managers, they have to be supported, but sometimes, the confines, I think they always go to the media, making themselves like, not wanting to be a scapegoat or trying to protect themselves. So that's the vibes that apparently they used to why they fired him, because criticize his players, criticize the board. I mean, he knows what he's working with. So that's why they
He was
fight.
pissed, bro. Who wouldn't, like, when you lose 9-0, like, you'll swear at your own mother, right? So, like, it's an emotional game. And, like, look, okay, now that you've given me that perspective, I guess one can understand. But, yeah, man, I think all things considered, considering what Scott Parker's done for Bournemouth, promoting them, and yeah, I really think I still think it's a very harsh decision, but yeah, we'll see how far Bournemouth get this season.
Yeah. It comes out. Your thoughts there?
Bro, all I'm gonna say, right? Who's that guy Solanke? That he used to play for Chelsea and they let him go. He always had potential, but it just never materialized or something like that. But in that game, I watched him and he reminded me of, like a false nine. He's a proper false nine, if I may call it. He drops into the midfield, picks up the ball, moves with it, gets into the final third of the pitch, either creates or scores a goal. Like, very few players can do that, to play the false nine very well. So I was very impressed with him. And also, like, our Bournemouth played like prime Liverpool against AC Milan, bro. Like, how do you like win a game from 2-0, bro? That's like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, that was a fantastic performance, man. I think they are proving a point as well. There's always that new manager, think or motivation. Okay, it didn't work for Man United for obvious reasons, like it's Man United, but any other team, like, it seems there's that new manager thing. So, yeah, it's a very brave move. It builds momentum. They, like Ntoko said, they seem to be beating the team that they should be beating. So it can only bode well for them going forward. And my other eye-catching match, Brendan Rodgers is clearly getting sacked in the morning.
Yeah.
5-2 to...
You're not sacked yet.
Sure. Like, he played another... But he's not off the mark, right? Like, he did another Scott Parker type of, going against the board, but he's definitely not being supported, in the last. Like, he missed out on top four, like, twice in a row, 2 seasons ago, with limited investment. And he's never been supported. Like, they're even selling star players this season and expecting him to fight. Like, sure, like, teams must be stable financially, but sure, like, they basically giving him the a hard time. I don't know. I don't see how Leicester can go forward with this. I think he'll get sacked. He'll probably resign himself. But what a bad performance against a strong Brighton team.
Yeah. You know what, right? I think the Leicester City situation, there's internal politics. Because remember, the owner actually passed away a couple of years ago. And his son took over. His son is not interested in football, doesn't know anything about football. So he just sees Leicester City as a cash cow for him. So I don't know if he's interested in reinvesting or etc. And I don't even think he knows that they're doing horribly. That's why I don't think Brendan Rodgers will get the sack. Okay? If Brendan Rodgers leaves Leicester City, he'll be the one that resigns. I don't think and Leicester City wasn't bought to be a top 6 team. And I still think the objective is not to be a top 6 team. And that's why they'll rather just sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, they can't do any better. Yeah. They can't. He's definitely... But I think if they're in a relegation battle, they'll probably panic and get a Pulis or Sam or Big Sam type of vibes. Yeah. But I think Rodgers is not a struggling team coach. Like he can't. I don't think he has it in him. Yeah, it's a matter of time. Dogo?
Yeah, dude, I think it's a culmination of things, right? So I think it's a combination of an aging squad. I think things have just gotten stale at Leicester, you know. I mean, the first thing, Vardy is not the same player anymore, which is like Vardy was a very big part of Leicester's football identity, if you will, you know. So I think yes, they've got Nacho as like a backup, but I don't think he's the same kind of profile and he's got the same kind of skill set that Vardy has. So I think that's one aspect that's contributing to Leicester's decline. The fact that you mentioned earlier about them selling some key players and not reinvesting. I mean, they've made so much money from the sales of Van Dijk, of Maguire and Fofana alone, just those two players. I mean, that's what, 150 million or whatever, you know? Like you could really get, in my opinion, 3 or 4 very good players, you know, to freshen up that team. And I mean, Leicester not so long ago were very good at, you know, finding some diamonds in the rough. Their recruitment, I mean, let's not forget Mahrez is from there, Kante is from there, Vardy once again. So I don't know if they've still got the same personnel as far as recruitment and scouting is concerned. But I would have expected them, you know, to kind of kick on, you know, and be able to refresh the team. So yeah, there's just like a lot of things that just aren't working well, and it's a very tough time for Brendan Rodgers. I honestly think he's taken the team as far as it can go. They finished 5th 2 consecutive seasons, overachieved in my opinion. They managed to win a trophy, an FA Cup. I just think he really overachieved, and yeah, now in my opinion, we're seeing the true colors, if you will. So it's not an easy job, and I do not see it getting easier for Leicester. I can't tell you where they're going to get their first 3 points from this season. It's looking very bad. However, I do want to also close off by saying we have to give props to Graham Potter. Brighton, I don't know, like Brighton, I can't even tell you one star player in Brighton. Like I know, okay, there's some good players, Trossard, and you know all of those guys who I like, but like I can't say this is their main guy. Like that is the embodiment of a team. That is a very good machine that Graham Potter has built there, and I really think, I mean, how many seasons has it been? 3 or 4. He's consistently somehow managed to improve without like spending heavily, without, you know, changing too much, whilst also losing some very key players. So huge shout out to Graham Potter for me.
Yeah. No, that's a good
Just
point.
to add on. Oh, sorry. You can go ahead.
No, add on.
Just to add on, I think we're forgetting that he lost to Bissouma and Ben White in consecutive seasons, bro. And it seems like he got better, which is strange.
Yeah.
No, they are. Like it shows, give a manager time. If he has a philosophy, he does well. Then let's wrap up, guys, with the final match. I won't say much because I am conflicted, but Man United versus Arsenal. Quick one, Gamza, your thoughts and just your review.
Nah, man, well done to you guys. Anthony announced himself on the big stage. We see that 85 million rand tag. He looks good. Rashford looked like prime Ronaldo, original Ronaldo, but he always does that against Arsenal. And then he flatters to deceive the entire season. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's a change of heart. We'll see. But one thing I need to say, well done to Arsenal. They actually played well. Yes, we lost the game, but the team played well. So Mikel Arteta can leave there as a happy man. Yes, we didn't grab the 3 points, but we already know where the gaps are, and it's definitely in our midfield. It's as simple as that. And that's my take on that game.
Yeah, no need to worry. Like, honestly, I don't think it's a kink or you guys didn't prove that you've improved or you have improved. Like, it was literally just the counter that, like, gaping hole in the midfield that a party or a better midfielder fixes. But Arsenal are incrementally getting better. I agree with you. Ntoko?
Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to add on to Kamsa's points. Like, I mean, all bias aside, like I wasn't too disappointed. Obviously, I mean, I don't like to lose, especially to Man United, but I wouldn't be mad at someone saying Man United deserved to win. I think it's also, but I also didn't think we deserved to lose because I think it was a very evenly matched contest, and you guys were just clinical and more efficient in the end. And I think I've made a good point. Arsenal's one clear weakness seems to be that midfield area when Partey is not around, which was the same reason why we probably didn't get top 4 last season. So I'm very surprised that we didn't make any effort to try and, plug that gap in the transfer window. So hopefully Partey comes back and, he doesn't get injured.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's easy to fix, right? Like, it's like, you know what Pep does? He identifies a problem, buys the right player, we kick on. I think Arteta needs to improve on that. System-wise, like Arsenal, it's like watching Arsenal of old. Like, you can see where the goal is coming. You can see, the play, how it's coming. But yeah, very exciting match day 6 weekend again, guys. I think we'll be back at it. I think we still owe the guys the Havertz episode. Just how we need to dissect, Havertz to this day. It's a mystery, to us. But thanks, fellas. Chat again.
Cheers. Sharp.
Yes.